So I welcome you to another edition of Nigeria Must Be Great Television with activist Peter. Yeah, in our previous edition, we've already explained why Nigeria is not named among the great nations of the world, and part of those reasons, we made mention of four categories of elements that depict Nigeria of being named among the developed nation of the world. So we still want to elaborate more on those elements. So today we are going to take only one of those elements and expatiate and explain further, because we believe that explaining details to our government will help in align with this rights of the citizens, so that they can also do what is needed and make necessary amendments. So one of those elements is robust infrastructure. Yeah, we explained in a previous video that part of those infrastructure, when you say infrastructure, you see that there's a word structure covered from infrastructure. So there are structures here in the UK, in Canada, in US, and in Australia, whereas it's absolutely absent in Nigeria. Even the so-called FCT, you realize that on daily basis, the minister of FCT still demolish buildings. That's to tell you the level at which infrastructure is being poor structured in Nigeria. Here in the UK, there is no how and there is no reason why the government will just decide and demolish a building. There is plan. You realize that in Nigeria, that everyone just build house without consulting government, without necessarily going to town planning, seeking advice, and they erect house, erect buildings without any questioning from government. These are poor infrastructure we are talking about that is absent. Here in the UK, you realize that houses, they are numbered. There is a street name, there is a road name. It's absent in Nigeria. We realize these are also part of things that are necessary to make infrastructure being well tailored towards a developing of a country. So we want to let the government know the benefits of a good infrastructure and how they can start afresh. So robust infrastructure. Now, so far so good. There is no structure in Nigeria. We agreed. That's why you see all the 36 states, the capital of each state, you still realize that they are still poor infrastructure, very poorly situated buildings. Now, the past administration, we are talking about those presidents, the head of state that have gone, such as Sani Abacha, Babangida, Gowon, Obasanjo, etc. They have the opportunities to structure Nigeria in a very good way, but it was not done. They only focus on their own self-centered and their own benefit, and that's why you see that they embezzle a lot of money. Now, it is not too late. Yes, I can confess to you that it is not too late for Nigeria. We can still turn around and still do what is needed, what is benefiting for the country. Now, how can we do it? The first thing, if Nigeria want to work on their infrastructure, the first thing that the human rights group is advising the government is that to use the NYC, the National Youth Corps members, to name each street, starting from the capitals of each state, proper addressing, name each street, name each number of building, and introduce postcode. Easily track if crime is being committed. We can easily give address, we can easily track and go places. You can describe, newcomer can navigate their way. Not only that, even in case of emergency, maybe fire outbreak or ambulance needed to go travel, address is very very important. This can only be done if there's a proper postcode and address. People can actually navigate and make their way. These are not put in place in Nigeria. So we are advocating for this as a part of a well-developed infrastructure. When you go to developed countries, these things are well placed and they are well enforced and they are there. In US, we have a postcode. In UK, we have postcode. In Australia, we have postcode. In Germany, we have postcode. So there is no developed nations that doesn't have a postcode, and is absent in Nigeria. Very essential. Then infrastructure. When we also talk about infrastructure, good road network. Each building in the UK, there is no house that doesn't have a road passing through them. You see all buildings in especially in Kano, in Ibadan, in Enugu, so nucleated. See, they are not well structured. So we are calling on government to regulate building. Let them, yeah, you can allow people to build, but it should be the priority of government to make building a part of priority. Don't allow people to just build anyhow. People should seek consent first, and this thing can be done if they are free of charge. When you are charging people and asking money, people will not want to comply. But when you are mandating it in each state that people need to come and register. If you want to build your house, we have to tell you this place, it is bungalow that needed to be here. It is whether duplex or whether terrace, whether skyscraper. People should not just build anyhow. So we should encourage people when they are building, they should come and seek approval and should be free of charge, and people will comply. So when they get the approval, and which is free, then they can go on and carry on their building plan. Okay. Another reason that we can also see in this is that the road marking are very very important in terms of infrastructure. It also gives directions. Yeah. Road marking is very very essential, and it will reduce accidents, and it will also give a limit. It will also give a kind of instructions for people driving or riding on the road. You can see behind me there are road marking and there are traffic lights in the street. These are also part of a good infrastructure that needed to be put in place.